Hey there, Taurus. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well. This is your reading for February 2020. 2020. I have trouble with that. 2020. Sorry. So what do we have going on? There is a full moon on February 9th in Leo. And then the new moon on the 23rd, which is now in Pisces season at the end of the month. But we're in Aquarius season right now. My whole family, well, 3 of my 4 immediately family members are Aquarians, so I'm comfortable in this energy, I think. Okay. Going to do just sort of a free-form diamond spread here this month with the Everyday Witch Tarot. Really digging this deck. Digging this? I don't think saying digging this was... I'm old, but I'm not that old. Oh, wow. Judgment. To make a big decision this month. It's kind of, the Judgment card, it's a wake-up call. But it's really seeing, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Devil was somewhere in here, or the 8 of Swords, something that maybe you've been in denial about, or someone else is in denial about. You can no longer ignore the elephant in the room this month. And it can also be a very motivating energy regardless. Sometimes hearing someone you weren't really close to but you know of or know has a heart attack or something, and it can be like, whoa, shit, they were younger than I am. And it is that wake-up call that gets your attention, so you're like, I really need to start exercising and watch my diet more. And these can really stick. I always use the example, my mom in her 40s started running, and she's now going to turn 77 on the 30th of January. I'm taping this in January, and still runs regularly, like all through the week. And so it's that decisions, whatever was behind that decision, no matter how long it had been sort of percolating or marinating, ruminating on something tips the scales, so you really embrace it and it sticks. So if you've gotten off track already on your New Year's intentions, that's okay. You can just keep going along. There's a 5 of Cups. So for some of you, maybe you got a little bit off track because maybe there was a breakup or some sort of perceived failure. You didn't get something you wanted or you were really hoping for. And this has distracted you, and maybe it allowed you to make an excuse for eating too much or not working out, or just getting away from something you had started. Let's see. So let's read on this side. I tend to read these Ace of Swords, beautiful card. This is kind of that. This is getting to the bottom line of something. So any excuses you or someone in your sphere is that the right word? has been maybe rationalizing away or saying, well, they complain about how difficult their spouse is or their boss or something, but then it's like, well, but they did do something nice to me once. Or they don't hit me. I heard that from a friend once, and I was just, oh my gosh, just because someone doesn't hit you doesn't mean they're not extremely toxic. But this is toxic, and I need to make a change. It just, you're able to cut through all that emotional energy that gets us twisted up in our heads and stuck in situations. This may, though, be something you've been planning, some sort of change and move you've been planning for a long time. But again, that something happens in February that just tips the scales. And you can see this knight, he's not just racing off like the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands. He has his map, he's planning everything out, he's taking his time, he's getting the lay of the land. He has some coin, like he's saved, where is it? He's saved up to go on this trip. And so he has a very high chance of success. Usually he always succeeds, actually. They. Seven of Swords. Sorry. This is getting away from a toxic person, someone whose behavior is just bad. Maybe you even felt like in some way you were allowing your behavior to slip because you were almost giving up because they were so difficult. It was just so much easier just to sort of go along or at least not say anything. But it's not your responsibility you can't change someone else's behavior, but you can control your own. And so you may just be thinking, I don't want anything to do with this. This sounds not good. I'm starting to see the story develop here through the Five of Cups. I'm sort of feeling like something that didn't work out, you had been really upset about, but now you're really seeing that you dodged a bullet and that it wouldn't have worked out well. I have a friend who's got married to me pretty early. She was in her early 20s, right out of college. Got pregnant pretty soon, and then the marriage didn't work. And whatever, she met someone new who's just wonderful. She's so happy. They're so happy together. They're like just a few of the actual happily married people I know, because a lot of people I know are not happily married. Anyway, oh my God, it just went out of my head. Anyway, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Let's see if I can talk today. And we've talked about how, oh my God, thank God her first husband cheated on her, because he would not have been a good partner for her with the, the extra health complications that she has to deal with on a daily basis. And her current husband, they're just so in love and so dedicated to each other. I don't know. Things have a way of working out. So I think maybe you're starting to see the opportunity or the phew, I'm kind of glad I got out of that in this situation. Over here is some Five of Wands, disagreements on how to do things instead of working together. It looks like people are pointing blame at other people. So dealing with someone that doesn't accept responsibility. Oh dear. Yeah, this one we have maybe, this is sort of that devil energy, like a addiction issue or just depression, very focused on themselves. The Emperor. The Emperor says, you need to make your own decision about what kind of life you want to lead and what's going to make you happy. And is hitching your caboose to this sad train. That was a really terrible metaphor or whatever. But do you really want to be connected with this person? I was going to therapy. This was, probably 20 years ago. Holy moly. I'd moved for a guy, like changed my whole life. Everything was going really well. Moved away from home area, and like within 2 months he dumped me. Things started going downhill with like in a month, and he dumped me. And I was in therapy, and he was like, I don't know, he was depressed and had all these whatever. He had family issues. He was much younger than I was. And the therapist was like, in the grand scheme of things, what you guys are going through right now isn't very bad. It's someone didn't die. Someone didn't get diagnosed with a terrible illness. And he's not dealing with it well at all. Just imagine going forward in life when true tragedy, and I mean, she wasn't trying to belittle what he's going through, but do you want to be with someone that handles even little things so poorly? So that's a really interesting way to look at your relationships and look for sort of red flags, um, with how people weather sort of the day to day, even like road rage. If someone has tons of road rage, man, um, that's to me that's a red flag. I mean, if that's literally the only place they have it, I guess. But you're going to have kids one day. What if they are doing that type of crap with your kids in the car? I mean, it's hard to have that foresight when you're younger. I know I didn't. I did not. Um, but those are some kind of things that should make you feel uncomfortable and think, yeah, maybe I'm not, shouldn't be pining away over that person. That really maybe wasn't a loss. Page of Cups, new emotional beginning, honoring your creative side, finding time for yourself to do things that are creative and that bring you joy, and filling your own cup. Three of Pentacles. So this is a great card. We're shifting gears really quickly here, but apply, maybe if the toxicity is at your job, apply for a managerial position, even if you don't feel like you're qualified. When you look at the advertisement, this just happened with my friend. She didn't graduate. She doesn't have a college degree. That's the bottom line. But she's been working in this one field for, I don't know, 15 years. She's incredibly well-read and intelligent. Not going to college has nothing to do with how smart you are or what a hard worker you are. And she was looking for a new job. And she sent this job, and she's like, I don't think I'm going to apply because they want a master's degree. And I was like, you have a master's degree in experience. You have everything. You can totally do this. And she almost didn't apply. And I was like, just please apply. And she got the job. So take a leap of faith in that area. Know that your reputation for being a hard worker is known, that you've created and cultivated and earned a reputation as someone that's very organized and is a good teacher, is able to interact and deal with other people really well. Yeah, it's time to let go. See, I just had to breathe out, Taurus. If there's a relationship that's not working out, it's really time to move on, cut ties, and let it go. Even if it's not that the person's real toxic, just that you're not a match, and maybe you feel bad breaking up with them because you're like, oh, they're not a bad person, I'm just not feeling it. What if, this is where you kind of can't win in relationships, but how would you feel, oh, the Seven of Swords again, how would you feel if someone kept dating you because they felt guilty and wasted like 2 years of your life, right? Not good. So at the bottom is the Page of Swords, communications. I don't know. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. So we have the Seven of Swords here. This is, yeah, you guys are not, they're turned away from each other. Only you will know and be able to make the decision of the Emperor, whether it's possible to turn things around, to turn and face each other again and come together. I'm kind of feeling no, but only you guys will know. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. It's like the the give and take in the relationship was not there. Someone was always about themselves. And now we have the Knight of Swords, so the Page and the Knight. The Knight is, yeah, it's time to cut ties and move forward. Which I think you will find out to be a very, very wise decision. I think there'll be, after this grieving period, which will be more like, I think, like post-traumatic stress. You're really going to have to heal, because I think you'll be sad for a little bit, because we get caught up and like almost addicted to those types of relationships, which is why people stay in them, I think. But there's a period where you're so used to walking on eggshells that it takes a while to truly be able to relax again. It can take a really long time. So again, that being able to, I think by this point, when you make this judgment, you'll be very happy. Yeah. Because you want to manifest the life you want, and it's about letting go. Oh, look at that. The 8 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. And here's the 6 of Pentacles again. Like, you want someone that's going to help you out, and you feel like you're carrying all the burden, and you put so much time and energy into this, but it's just not working out, and you can't continually fill someone else's cup without them filling yours too. So this is like, I'm going to manifest the life I want, and I have everything I need, but I can't be weighed down anymore by this one person or situation. All right, I wish that was a little more upbeat for you, Taurus, but again, on the other side, you will be very happy that you had this experience, gained the wisdom, and are now past it and no longer have to deal with it. Happy February. Take care. Bye.